Today I'm going to talk about a book called Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. I finished the book in a Kindle a few weeks ago, and now I'm going to talk about what did I learn and what was the takeaways from this book. So first thing when it comes to talk about sleeping is that a lot of us think we are wasting a lot of time by sleeping 1/3 of our life or 8 hours per day, which is 1/3 of again a day. And just to just make it obvious from the beginning, it's not like that. When we are sleeping, our brain sometimes is actually working harder to do a lot of the stuff, which I'm going to explain. But before jumping there, let's just talk about the different phases of sleeping. Well, when we sleep, two things happen. Sometimes our eyes move and sometimes it doesn't. When it moves, we're just saying REM, rapid eye movement, and when it doesn't move, we call it NREM, non-rapid eye movement. Rapid or rapidly, I don't know, one of them. But the long story short is in a REM sleep, a lot of things happen, and also in an NREM sleep, which has three phases according to the book, a lot of things happen. In NREM sleep, phase one is, which takes like 5 to 10 minutes when you are going to sleep, so it's the beginning of sleeping. The sleep is very light. You can wake up quickly, and even if someone wake you up, you never notice that you were sleeping. So your eyes is slowly closing, and then your mind is just going to be a bit slower, and it takes 5 to 10 minutes. After that, you have stage 2. The sleep is quite light. It's not a deep sleep yet. Your muscles are going to be more relaxed. Your heartbeat is going to be a little bit like slower, I would say. So this phase takes like 10 to 25 minutes. The next stage is stage 3, is also another name for the deep sleep. So in this stage, your body relax at a maximum. Your muscles is not going to be responsive to anything, because imagine if you are dreaming and then you're running. And so if your muscles are not relaxed, probably you're going to do a lot of movement. So your muscle relaxed a lot, and also the heartbeat, the body temperature, everything just calm down, and it lasts like between 20 to 40 minutes, as I said. So this is one of the most important stages, and you need this stage in order to like tomorrow or after this stage you will be able to wake up fresh. On the other hand, you have REM sleep, which by age it will decrease all the time. Your eyes are going to move, and the reason is so far is unknown. Dreams happen in this stage. During the day, we observe a lot of information and we receive a lot of information that goes to our head, and when we go to the deep sleep, we are going to store this information which we receive during the day in our memory, but they are just in the memory, and they transitions to the long-term memory. But with the REM sleep, we are going to literally link the new information and the old information, the information we have from the past, they link them together, and basically now if we go into they'll become memories. So now if we go back and if you want to look for something in our head, then probably in this stage they link together, and we can just follow like a pattern, follow a link between memories, and then we can just find some piece of information in our head. And every night when we sleep, a few times these phases going to happen, or they repeat. And it's also important to make sure we have at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep, because then we will have like a full cycle of sleeping in one night. That's why if you wake up very early, or if you go to bed very late, and then we are just going to cutting the first step, which could be REM sleep, or the last step, which could be again one of the deep sleep, or one of the cycles, or one of the phases. That's why the full cycle of sleep is very important. And if we wake up in the middle of the night or anything's interrupt our sleeping, then we might not be fresh, or it also going to affect our productivity, as I just explained what happened with our memory and what happened with our information. So the book is really going to explain a lot of things around how important is sleeping and what is going to happen if you don't sleep. In the chapter 1, the author is really going to say The shorter you sleep, the shorter you're going to live. So it's really going to be connected to our health, and our sleep quality and a sleep duration is going to have a direct impact on our health. So we need to make sure we get enough rest every night. A lot of things is going to happen when you don't sleep enough. First thing first is your brain is going to shut down, or is not going really to observe anything. And in order to find out really if you have sleep deprivation, is when you wake up in the morning, do you wake up in the morning with alarm or without alarm? If you always wake up with alarm, means you don't receive enough rest or enough sleep, and you didn't sleep enough. And the second thing is, if you need to drink a coffee, or if you need to drink like something in order to be awake in the morning up until noon, then it's a good sign that you have a sleep deprivation. And unfortunately, it's not like you can go and sleep at the weekend to just make it up. It doesn't work like that, according to the book, of course. And you cannot just make it up, like, I don't know, at the weekends or at the end of the month, go and just pay all your debt. It doesn't work like this. So you need to have the minimum of, I don't know, 6-7 hours at least, or optimal one is 8 hours per day you need to sleep in order to get refreshed. The other area which sleep deprivation or lack of sleep is going to affect is in our health, which I explained at the beginning. One of them is memory, the other one could be like a cancer or heart issues. At the end, the author is going to give us some tips how to have tips and, well, not tricks, but tips how to have a better sleep at night. So the first one is to have a schedule for your sleeping. So basically go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time. Second one is exercise. Try to have some exercise which will make you to sleep better at night. Third one is avoid using nicotine or caffeine. Number 4 is avoid drinking alcoholic drinks just before sleeping. The next one is avoid having a big meal before just going to bed. The next one is avoid using mobile or screens or television, which are going to have blue lights, and they're going to have a direct impact in our sleeping quality. The next one is take a hot bath, because it's going to help you to reduce your or decrease your body temperature after taking hot bath. Dark and cool bedroom is also going to help you to have a better sleep. Have a sunlight exposure during the day, because it's going to help you to have a better sleep at night. And the last one is, if you can't sleep, don't lie on the bed awake. So just leave the bed, and then when you feel tired or when you feel sleepy, come back to bed and just sleep. By reading this book, I have learned a lot of things about sleeping, and I realized that how important is sleeping. So I hope you do the same and just read the book, because I really recommend reading this book. It was such an important book, and you can find a lot of examples and a lot of experiment in the book for those who are trying to sleep less, or what is going to happen if you just try to like take some pills or take some I don't know, medicines in order to just prevent you to sleep, and what would be the damage. So I would recommend reading this book as something which we do every day for our entire life, and maybe we're not aware of it. And I think by reading this book, you're going to have a different perspective about your sleeping pattern and your sleeping quality. Let me know if you have read the book, what do you think, or what other points did you take from this book? Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you soon.